Excellent. Okay, everyone. I apologize. Okay, I'll start again. My name is Jana Jorgensen, and I'm pleased to be here with you this evening to introduce our scientist and our newest creator and discoverer and developer of incredible products for Valentis, Dr. Joe Ahrens. He's a 2 times nominated Nobel Prize scientist, a research scientist. He's taught at the University of California at Davis. He's worked all over the world in physiology and research and agriculture, and he's really excited to be here with us. And what we're going to be talking about tonight are 2 products that he brings to us right now. We are in pre-launch with one of them right now, the EMULIN, and of course a lot of you have experienced the 24/7 and had some incredible results with that. And I'm thrilled that we are going to be fully launching EMULIN very soon, so we're waiting for that. And if you would like to come on, Dr. Ahrens, you know what I want you to do. I think you know what I want you to do, and that is to start out with the foundation of EMULIN and why it's so important for us, and then how we layer the other products that we're developing right now for specific areas of the body to enhance it more, like the 24/7. So I will pass it over to you, and then we'll have some question and answers. Dr. Ahrens, are you there? No, you're not here? Oh, you are. You're just, I have to unmute you? Okay. There you go.
Hey, here I am. You had a stranglehold on me. You muted me.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm really glad to be here. And you know, over the last months, people have come to know how we have these products, and I'm just going to skip to the point that in our research, especially when I was back at the head of development research for the Florida Department of Citrus, we discovered a set of vitamins that it comes to find out are essential for sugar metabolism and the control of your immune system. That's really the simple story. You know, I could go back, we've been working on this for 15 years, and I could say this is what happened, that what happened. But really what is this, the bottom line story is we discovered a set of vitamins that are essential for sugar utilization in your body and support of your immune system. And if you don't have these in your body, you are operating less than optimum. Because you don't have these vitamins in your body, you're having a lot of diseases. That arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, asthma, hay fever, all types of disease, diabetes. So we're not saying that our product cures these diseases, but because you don't have these in your diet, you're getting these diseases. So after this discovery, it took us around about 10 years or more or less to find out what was going on here. We reported to the US FDA, Food and Drug Administration, hey, we discovered a new vitamin. And they said, that's great, but since 1995, if you discover a new vitamin, you have to register it as a drug, or you can sell it as a supplement. And our philosophy was, this needs to be in everyone's diet to begin with. It needs to be in everyone's diet. Everyone needs it. And because of the way we process food today, and also because over the thousands of years, we have bred this particular vitamin out of our food, you do not have it in your diet. Now, a lot of people think they're healthy. Serena Williams, the top athlete in the world, several other professional athletes, they feel they're at the top of their game. They're not. Everyone on the planet without this vitamin is suffering. So we gave this vitamin to Serena Williams and Boston Red Sox players and many others, and they reported, I have increased performance, greater endurance. I can run longer without pain. It puts me over the top of my game. Now, why is that? It's because without these essential vitamins that process carbohydrates and regulate your immune system, you're not operating at your peak. So if you're a top level athlete and and normally you're just not operating at your peak without these compounds. Give them to them, now they're at their peak. Someone who's sick, they have diabetes, arthritis, they've got a wound, whatever. Give them this vitamin and it improves them and they can be the best they can be. So let me give you a couple of examples. Someone who has a broken bone. Without this vitamin, nobody has this vitamin in their diet. You can't get enough of it. Without this vitamin, it takes a bone 3 to 6 months to heal. With this vitamin, this essential compound that supports your immune system, you'll heal in a month, 5 weeks from a broken bone. Cuts, lacerations, burns go away in a week or 2 weeks. It's not because this vitamin does something to you to heal you. It's because this is how you should be operating normally every day of your life. Oh, we now consider, oh, it's normal to have 3, 4, 5 colds or flu the year. No, that's not normal. Because you're lacking this component, your immune system is run down. And with this component, it's operating how it should, and you don't have those colds. So this is really what's happened here. We have discovered a vitamin, and we're offering it to the public. Without this vitamin, you get diabetes, obesity, arthritis, asthma, psoriasis, all types of problems that are related to the immune system. IBS, Crohn's disease, you name it, celiac disease, they're all related to the immune system. If you have this vitamin in your body, I should say vitamin-like compound, because the US FDA does not like us to call it a vitamin. It really is, but a vitamin-like compound, then you will not have those issues. And now there are thousands of testimonials that saying, I took this product, I no longer have diabetes, I no longer have arthritis, I no longer have this neuropathy pain. It seems like a miracle. It's not a miracle. This is just the vitamin necessary to manage your immune system and your sugar, the intake of sugar. So that's really the general introduction. We've discovered a vitamin necessary for sugar metabolism and to support your immune system.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Ahrens. So could you please tell us how the 24/7 is like an add-on or a layer to EMULIN, and what you can expect with 24/7?
Well, our original basic discovery was what we are calling now EMULIN. Everybody needs EMULIN. I'm telling you, let me repeat that. Everybody needs EMULIN. A baby in the womb, all the way to a person in the tomb. Womb to tomb, everyone needs EMULIN. It is a basic vitamin that should be included with all the other A, D, E, K, etc. You need to be on EMULIN. Now for 24/7, we have taken that basic understanding of human physiology and we focused it more on weight management. So everybody should be on EMULIN, but if you are concerned with weight management, and that's the term I like to use, not weight loss, weight management. If you're concerned with weight management, yeah, 24/7 is a great product. Taking that basic understanding of our initial discoveries, we optimized a formula for weight management. It will reduce your appetite. It reduces your cravings for carbohydrates. It will cause you to have much more energy because, again, it's back to optimized sugar metabolism. You'll feel much more energized, clarity of thought. And this remarkable formula is split into two, an AM and a PM. That was the AM. The PM, also for your dinner, it reduces your craving, your appetite. It causes you to burn fat, and to actually the fat leaks out into your bloodstream, and it also promotes good sleep. It is essential if you're trying to manage your weight. It's essential that you have good sleep. Why is that? Well, if you don't have enough sleep, your body goes into stress. You know, you may not think this all the time, but your body is always looking around for problems. Okay, is that person going to attack me, or is that animal going to eat me? Fight or flight. And it's always studying the situation. And if you do not get good sleep, your body automatically says, hey, there's a problem. Let's look out. And what it does is cause your body to take on carbohydrates to prepare for a war. And so if you're under stress, your body starts loading up carbohydrates and you get fat. So we started from that basic premise. Let's promote sleep and rest, and then you have less of the stress hormone cortisol, and then you will not want to take on weight from that. That's the PM side. So let me repeat that. It's a two formula system, and it comes in two bottles, AM and PM. In the AM, it takes those sugars and puts them into your brain and your muscles, keeps them out of fat. It lowers your appetite. You don't want to eat, and you will find out you want to eat less donuts. You will not be addicted to them. It will calm you down. You have clarity of thought. It also causes the fat to dissolve into it. Actually, the glucose and fats leak out of your fatty tissue and are burnt into your muscles and your brain. And then the PM, it promotes restfulness and also blocks carbs. The two formulas together will cause you to manage your weight. I don't want to say lose weight, because you know what? A lot of people said, well, I didn't lose weight, but they lost inches. They lost inches. And I think several of you can attest to that they lost fat, they gained muscle, they look good. But people have reported up to 20% loss of diameter. I mean, that means if you had a 40-inch waist, you drop down to like a 30. I mean, it's like 20% loss. So 40 will drop down to 32. But there are plenty of people say, yes, I also lost weight. So that's the whole story 24/7. It starts out with the EMULIN. Everybody needs EMULIN. It's an essential vitamin. But for the 24/7, we took that discovery and focused it on weight loss.
That's great. I really understand that, because we've had so many testimonies with really interesting side effects from 24/7, and especially now that people are taking the EMULIN and they're getting that great foundation that their body requires, and now the 24/7 is really doing its work. So I would like to bring on someone who just recently had a surgery, and while she is, I'm going to see if I can do this here. Here's the picture I wanted to show. Okay, so can you all see? I know, Carrie Lee. Carrie Lee, could you please tell us a little bit about this, wow, horrendous surgery, knee replacement surgery you had recently? I'm just going to unmute you. There we are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, this is a full knee replacement surgery that I had on May the 22nd. It's an extremely serious surgery. They actually, as you can see from those gross pictures, I didn't even want to send these to anybody. I sent them to Jana because I was afraid somebody might get offended. But, you know, they cut you, as you can see, in an extreme way down the center of your leg. And then they pull all the meat and the ligaments and the fat and everything you've got there, the muscles, away from the bones. And then they cut the bones off on the top and the bottom. And then they replace it with an artificial joint. And then they put everything back in place, put your kneecap back on, and it's a serious surgery, and it does some serious damage, let me tell you. A lot of pain involved, and so long story short, I couldn't go on the supplements because when you have these surgeries, they put you on blood thinners and they don't want you taking anything other than what they've prescribed to you. So I was very sad that I couldn't start my EMULIN earlier, but as soon as I was done all the meds that they had prescribed to me, I went right on the EMULIN. The surgery, or the first picture in the middle, that's June the 6th, and that's when I still had the staples in. That was just, the surgery was the 22nd, so it had done a little healing by then, but as you can see, not much. Then June the 7th, that's the day I got my staples out. And you can see that it's still pretty seriously damaged. 3 days later, June the 10th, now June 7th, I started taking my EMULIN. So 3 days later, you can see there's already a big improvement. June 13th, another 3 days, and I couldn't believe how fast this incision was healing. I had my right knee done 6 months ago, and it took me a full 6 months to get completely healed in that incision. So June 13th, then June 16th, I mean, look at that. Mm-hmm. My goodness, that's only a week, a little better than a week. And that's completely sealed, that incision. And then you go down to 3 days later, I think it was the 19th, it's almost gone. Not only is the incision healing really quickly, but the scar tissue that was building up is diminishing. Wow. I was totally shocked. And then the 22nd, there's no sign of any scabbing or any open spots or anything on my knee on the 22nd. And that's a period of 2 weeks from June 7th to the June 23rd, 2 weeks and 2 days, I think it is. I was absolutely flabbergasted. Not only did my incision heal so quickly and the scarring was way less, but my pain levels were way less. And I just couldn't believe it. I was so impressed. And I recommend to anybody that has to have any kind of surgery, get on this stuff, stay on it. Like, I think listening to Dr. Joe, I probably would even take it even though they told me not to, because I just think it was so beneficial.
That's awesome, Carrie Lee. That is just, thank you so much for sending me those pictures and allowing us to just, you know, come into your healing and see what happened for you. It is extraordinary. Every time I see it, I'm amazed. So thank you so much. And we really appreciate you being here this evening.
No problem. I'm happy that you're if I roast anybody out.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Jana, can I just mention that I'm 67 years old, and I also, like those of you that know me, like Marlene and Lorena, I've always had this waddle here underneath my chin. Well, it's going away. It's disappearing. I love that. Makes me happy.
Yes, I know. And so are you taking the 24/7 as well, Carrie Lee?
I was, but when I started the EMULIN, I went off the 24/7 because I wanted to see what the EMULIN would do for me and be able to say, this is what the EMULIN did for me. So I'm going to start back on the 24/7. I think I've kind of proven to myself that the EMULIN is fantastic. And so I'll put myself on the 24/7 and we'll get back on, maybe we'll get rid of the rest of this, who knows?
And did you take an elevated dose or a saturated dose of EMULIN while you were healing?
I did. I had talked to you and you had recommended that I triple up to begin with. So I was taking 6 pills every day for the first 3 days. And then the 3rd day I dropped it down to 4 and I went 3 days with that. And now I'm on 2 a day.
Incredible. So Dr. Ahrens, do you have some comments? You're smiling, you're happy for her.
Yes, you make my life. That's really what this is all about. I could have taken this discovery and turned it into a drug, and I thought, you know, this really needs to be in the food supply and available to everyone. Now, unfortunately, if you had been on EMULIN earlier, you probably would not even have needed knee surgery. So I have my own personal testimonial that, you know, a prophet, I'm not a prophet, but a prophet is not recognized in his own hometown. So I've made this discovery. I got nominated for the Nobel a couple of times. None of my family believe it. You know, they say, oh, you're just that guy that was chasing alligators back when you were a teenager. And they don't believe it. So I had an uncle who said, I've got to have knee replacement surgery. Does that sound familiar? I had to have knee replacement surgery. I said, look, okay, you know, I'm just your nephew that doesn't know anything, but just can you at least try this product? And I showed him it's just extracted from grapes and onions and green coffee beans. I said, there's nothing in it. Just try it. And he said, oh, okay, you know, or whatever. He did. So he was scheduled for knee surgery. And I had him take a double dose, probably 6 a day, triple dose, for a month. And he went in to get his knee surgery. And they do a scan right before they do the surgery to know where all the points are going to be. And the doctor said, wait a second, there's something wrong here. You don't need knee surgery. There's nothing wrong with your knee. What? Yeah, so they went back to the records and made sure the hospital hadn't gotten the records upside down with some other patient. No, this stuff actually rebuilt his knee. Bone on bone, it rebuilt his cartilage over a month. And so the doctor said, well, I don't know what to say, but go home. And that's how it was like 2 years ago. He just said no knee surgery. So I'm just sorry. I'm really sorry, Kellen. If you'd been on it earlier, you probably would not have needed surgery. But once you did, if you have that surgery or heart surgery or organ grafts, any major surgery, what this product does is it supports your immune system like it was intended to be. And therefore you heal so much faster. We accept the norm, as you just said, you know, months out that you should be healed. Broken bones, 3 to 6 months. No. Normal is just a month, 2 weeks, 1 month, 6 weeks. That's what's normal. So we give people this EMULIN, and they report getting out of wheelchairs and no longer needing skin grafts, and diabetes is gone. I no more arthritis. It's not a miracle. Look, we do not treat any diseases. This just supports your immune system, and your body can function as it was intended.
Fantastic. So we've answered so many questions that we have here, Dr. Ahrens, but I have a few that are interesting, and I'll just get started with them. We have a question here. A friend has prostate cancer and has had radiation seeds put in his prostate. Can he take the EMULIN?
Yes, absolutely. First of all, I will say this from against any question. EMULIN is an essential vitamin and everybody should take it. I don't care if you got prostate cancer, arthritis, or diabetes, or if you're a professional athlete. Everybody needs EMULIN. Okay, let's settle that. Everybody needs EMULIN. So will somebody benefit from they have an issue with prostate cancer? Of course they will. If you can take care of your immune system, your body will be able to attack things such as cancer. But I will also point out that there are the components of EMULIN, there are just 3 of them, components of EMULIN have been shown to help with all types of cancer. So that's the 2 points in this question. Everybody needs EMULIN, so take it, and your body can do the best it can. Number 2, specifically, some stuff in EMULIN does absolutely fight prostate cancer and a lot of other cancers. We do not cure cancer. Please remember that. We're just putting your body where it needs to be, and your body is what fights the cancer.
Okay, I think maybe where there's a bit of confusion is that we have all said in the past not to take EMULIN during radiation treatments, but I've never heard of radiation seeds put in the prostate, so I'm not sure if that's why there's some confusion there for her.
Okay, what happens with radiation seeds is they actually implant radioactive material into your prostate, and then it radiates throughout your prostate, and it theoretically kills the cancer cells. EMULIN supports your immune system so well that it prevents radiation damage. It will prevent actually even getting sunburn. As you very well know, it will prevent sunburn. It will resist any type of radiation therapy that you're getting because it shuts it down. It's able to supercharge your immune system where you will not have any issues from radiation. Okay, so since you have some radiation treatment, it would also fight that. Therefore, if you're going to get radiation therapy, we suggest that you stop EMULIN a week before your radiation therapy, because you need to get it out of your body, and it takes about a week for it to completely get out of your body. And therefore, the radiation therapy can have some beneficial effect, because if the EMULIN is there, there'll be no effect from radiation. It stops the radiation. In the case, though, of seeds, they actually physically put beads into the prostate, and then they radiate and they kill the cancer. While you're on that treatment, do not take EMULIN. It will make that treatment ineffective. I cannot be anybody's personal physician, but I would suggest everybody take EMULIN and they won't have a lot of cancers. EMULIN does not cure cancer, but it helps your body fight against cancer. But if you do elect to take radiation therapy, don't take EMULIN. And that's it. As long as those seeds are in there, just don't take EMULIN. It will render that seed therapy ineffective.
Excellent, thank you. The next question, have you heard of anyone with retinitis pigmentosa reporting improvements while taking EMULIN?
Well, actually we have. It's amazing. A lot of these diseases that I'm not a specialist in, but I'm learning every day. You know, it's just amazing. All I can say is everyone needs EMULIN, and it puts your body balanced back where it should be, and then your body seems to be able to calm down. And so there's a lot of issues such as this pigment issue and a host of them, neuropathy, and some people that report back to me that they've been cured of this or that, and again I say we do not cure anything, but they feel I've been cured of this neuropathy disease and this one and this. I'd never heard of them. They're so rare. Well, EMULIN did not cure them, but it helps your body be where it should be, and your body's what cures itself. But I have had reports of people being cured of that disease, and yes, look, everybody needs EMULIN. I don't care what your issue is. If you tell me, well, I have my left retina has fallen off, will EMULIN help? Of course it will. Everyone needs EMULIN. And then that will allow your body to operate at its peak performance.
Okay, we've got that clear. We're clear. Everyone needs EMULIN. So can you have wine while taking EMULIN and AM/PM?
Well, if you couldn't have wine with AM and PM, I would never have invented this product. Yeah, well, I wouldn't even go there. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, there's no contraindication. There's no indication that you shouldn't have alcohol with this product. Not at all. There's no contraindication of any drug. There's no interference whatsoever. I would like to say, though, red wine, as we've heard in the press and in the scientific community for years, red wine is very healthy. Particularly the darker reds, Zinfandels, as an example, the cabs. And I remember a cab in '97 that was particularly nice. Nevertheless, dark red wines have products very similar to what is in EMULIN. That's really, it's not a coincidence. One of the reasons Mediterranean diets are good, and also part of the recognized healthfulness of red wines is because some of the ingredients in EMULIN come from red wine. Look at the label. It says it comes from a particular grape. So the stuff that's good in wine, the red wine, we've gotten that out. We've captured it, and it's in EMULIN. So if you take red wine, of course, not to excess, you'll even get a double or triple dose. So I absolutely say, hey, drink red wine. But there's no contraindication with alcohol. You can drink vodka or whatever. And I wish you wouldn't drink too much vodka or whatever. But yes, red wine, if you're going to drink, red wine. The darker, the better. Even the fresh fruits, people. There's a lot of people who like to kill me for this, but green grapes are nature's Kool-Aid. Don't eat them. It's just sugar and a little bit of vitamin A. Darker the grape, the better. So raspberries is good. Currants, dark globe grapes. The darker, the better. Blueberries. This is really where EMULIN is coming from. But there's just not enough of the EMULIN components in them. You'd have to eat 10 pounds of grapes every day to get enough of what's in EMULIN. It's just been bred out, but that's where you should go. Muscadine, if you want to ask me, muscadine grapes are the #1 source of the EMULIN. But who gets EMULIN? And you'd have to eat, 7.5 pounds. You'd be really healthy, but you would shit yourself to death.
Well, that's very visual. Okay, we got that one. We have a question here. A client gets nauseous with the AM when she eats. Do you have any idea what may be causing this?
Well, even EMULIN, people can get nauseous, and I suggest that anyone on any of our products, even though they're totally natural, if they feel they're getting nauseous, first of all, always take them with food, if that's ever an issue. I personally do not take them with food, but take them with food, at the food, or a couple of minutes before food. That should solve that. if you're getting nauseated from taking these products, well, look, cut back. So first of all, we have one capsule on the 24/7. We usually suggest one capsule at breakfast, one capsule at lunch. And if you're getting nauseated, you need to play around with that first dose. Maybe you should eat breakfast first and then take it a half hour later, because your stomach is basically churning around. And if sometimes you put the 24/7 in first, your stomach lining just feels the 24/7. Maybe you're one of the persons that should eat first and then take the 24/7. And you know what? I'll be totally honest with you. Some people will be sensitive to our products, and I'm really sorry. Just like some people are allergic to garlic, some people are allergic to kiwi fruits. And I don't have a lot of suggestion for you, except hopefully in the future we'll have a different product that will be okay for you. But there's going to be people that are sensitive to our products, just like they're sensitive to the kiwis and strawberries and oranges and peanuts. That's going to happen. But first of all, try eating and then adding in the 24/7. Even if it comes in a capsule, maybe you could even break it in half and have half of it with your breakfast and then another half of it when you have your 10 o'clock coffee or something. Spread it out. That's my only recommendation.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Dr. Ahrens. We've gone well over, and but we did start a bit late. I'm sorry, everyone, for that. I'm going to take some of these questions from the chat, and I will just put them in an email to Dr. Ahrens, and perhaps I can just add them as an addendum to the recording so that we can answer some of them, because I know that he'll have a short answer for them all. And thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. And we'll see you on the 8th, because July 1st is a holiday in Canada, so we won't be having a meeting with or a Zoom with Dr. Ahrens next Monday, but it'll be the following Monday if we can accommodate his schedule, or if he can accommodate us. And thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Have a great week.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.